Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Opayemi Goddess, and if this is your first time here on this channel, you're very much welcome. On the channel, I talk about things ranging from nursing to lifestyle to life in the UK as an immigrant, and of course life in the UK as a nurse, and generally everything fun. So if you like any of these things, please do subscribe, like, and of course share. In today's video, I will be talking about reasons why you should not come to the UK or reasons why you should not travel abroad. And this is not to discourage people from traveling abroad. This is just so that people can make an informed decision when they want to travel abroad. So I'm not trying to discourage people from moving abroad. I just want you to be informed. And also, I'm making this video, filming this video, because of something I've observed in recent times, and I think this is the best time to talk about some of these things. So let's get started. So, the number one reason why abroad is not meant for you, or why you shouldn't come to the UK, or why you should not move abroad, is if you're the type that doesn't like going to Google. So if Google is not your best friend, like you just don't like Google, like you get frustrated when it comes to searching for things on Google, you would rather go to all the numerous WhatsApp groups that you belong to. You rather put your questions there when you could have actually just gone to Google and typed that same question. So if you're someone that you just do not like going to Google to search for things, you rather send your friend a message asking her about something that you would find the answer on Google, then I think abroad or the UK is not meant for you. Because something I realized is you really cannot survive abroad without, number one, without internet, number two, without Google, because there's always something to look for on Google, there's always something to search for on Google. And I've also observed that, if you belong to all these WhatsApp group pages or Telegram groups and all of that, you realize that people come on those groups and they ask a question or ask some questions, and when they don't get any response, they start throwing tantrums. And I'm wondering, you could have spent that time on Google. Google would have given you the same answers or even better answers to those questions. So why are you stressing other people, waiting for them to actually reply your messages or the questions you've asked on those group? So what I would say is, when you're planning to come abroad, be prepared to make Google your best friend. So the second on my list is actually related to this as well. It's related to the first one, and that's people that don't like doing research. So I know a lot of times, even on this channel, when people ask me some questions, I always put a note like, well, it's up to you to still go ahead and do your own research, because I realize that people just want you to tell them everything. They don't even want to, take a step and go on Google, and not just Google, ask other people about the same subject or about the same topic. You might be used to getting a particular response from someone about a particular topic, but there's nothing wrong in you doing your own due diligence as well, like doing your own research, asking other people about the same topic or about the same line of thought, asking other people of course online as well, going to Google. There's a particular platform that I belong to, and I'm always thankful that I found that app. It's called Quora. I found it, I think, in 2017 or 2018 thereabout, and I've been so much in love with that app to date. Quora is a place, I'll leave the name on the screen. Please, if you don't belong to Quora, please just join Quora. You'll find all the answers to your queries, to your questions, to your inquiries. You find all those answers on Quora. So rather than waiting for your friends, family, friends, siblings, sisters, random people to respond to your questions, why not just go online, do your own research, or ask people that you can see physically? I'm always asking questions from my colleagues. I ask questions from random people. I could be shopping, and then if there's something I do not know about, or if I'm a bit worried about something, or if I don't know how to use a particular machine or something, I would ask the next person close to me. Ask people around you, ask questions. A lot of people do not open their mouth to ask questions. There are people that will literally ring you asking you, oh, so how do I get something so silly, something that you don't even have to ring the other person. You could just go on Google to find out, or ask the person very close to you in school or at work. So if you're coming to the UK and you don't like doing research, you don't like doing your own due diligence, then please don't come to the UK. or don't move abroad at all. Third point is, if you do not like networking, then the UK is not meant for you. Networking in the sense that you have to mingle, you just do not have a choice. You have to mingle with people. And I feel like this is still related to the first and the second point, because you have to mingle with people to get information about everything, really. About settling into the UK, you need to mingle with people. Getting a good job, you need to mingle with people. You just need to mingle. So you cannot do life alone. Now, you may not be the outgoing type. I am not the outgoing type. I don't even have like people I can call friends, like friends. I don't have like friends per se in the UK, but I have acquaintances. I have people that I can discuss with, maybe not on a personal level, but I still mingle. So as much as I'm not the outgoing type, I know when to be outgoing. Do you get the point? Like, I don't like going out. I just like staying indoors when I'm not working or when I'm not doing any other thing. I'd rather be, indoors. But I also know that there are some points that I need to be outgoing. So there are times that people would invite me over for coffee or for drinks. I will still go. I don't like going out, but I know in that particular instance, because I need maybe a particular information from that person, or I need the person to put me through something, I have to go out and pretend like, oh, I'm the outgoing type. So there are times I hang out with colleagues. I don't like hanging out. But at the end of the day, when I hang out with them, I learn a lot of things about the social life in the UK. I learned social etiquette in the UK too when I go out with friends. And I just learned a lot of things. They also discussed some other things that will help me settle in properly. So you can't afford not to network. So there are times people will tell you, oh, we can discuss that over drinks, or we can go for coffee later in the day. Don't start saying, oh, I'm going home to cook, oh, I have to. Don't start giving excuses for not wanting to mingle or network with people. It is very essential when you come abroad. So, and this is especially for introverts like me. You just have to go out of that box. You really have to. If you have to push yourself, you have to push yourself. But the thing is, that still doesn't mean that you have to become an extrovert to please people. You are just doing this when the need arises. So I know when to be an introvert, and I know when to be an extrovert. So I've actually been in situations where people will say, oh, Oppa, you're so lively, you're so cheerful, like blah blah blah. They say those wonderful things about me, thinking I'm an extrovert or I'm very sociable and all that. That's like the opposite of who I am. But there are some instances I get to that I know that I just have to be cheerful, I have to mingle, I have to get people's contact, I have to talk about politics, even things I don't like talking about. So you have to just be present in such situations. So even if you don't like talking about politics, if you don't like talking about Boris Johnson, if you don't like to talk about the House of Commons, you just have to learn all those things. So if you are the type that you just don't like networking, there's really no topic I can't talk about. I talk about politics with people. I talk about football. I partly love football anyway, so I really don't find that difficult to discuss. But I'm even saying, even for topics you normally do not like talking about. So I talk about football, I talk about politics, I talk about politics in the UK. I literally talk about everything when the need arises. So when people are talking about it, and I know that for me to break into that conversation or to get to know those people, I need to start talking about those things too. Then I start talking about those things. So you have to be able to network if you want to survive in the UK, especially as a new immigrant. When you've lived there long enough, you can decide to be on your own. But if you're that type that you like forming, like you don't like talking with people, you don't have to talk with people, that's the thing. But talk with the people that matter. That's always like my own mantra. I don't talk with everybody even till now, because everybody cannot be in my space, because I really don't share the same value system with everybody. But I talk to the people that matter for a particular phase of my life. So if I need to talk to you so you can put me through a particular phase of my life, I will talk to you. As a matter of fact, I will be your friend for that phase of my life. So if you don't like networking, then please don't even bother coming to the UK. So the next point is for judgmental people. So if you are very, very judgmental, please just stay back home, because you will be frustrated when you come to the UK. So if you're that kind of person that you don't accept other people because of their differences, or because of your differences, you don't accept other people. So people of different race, different gender, different sexual orientation, different belief system, different value system, people who have some things that are different to what you believe in. So if you can't survive with those people around you, then please don't even bother coming abroad, because abroad You would have colleagues, you would have neighbors, well, maybe not friends, you'd have neighbors. You would get to know people who do not believe in the same things that you believe in. Like, you have maybe religious beliefs, they don't even share your religious beliefs, they don't share your value system, they don't share the same sexual orientation as you. People that they just don't believe in the things you believe in. So even when it comes to diet, like, some are vegetarian, some are yeah, so people have different, yeah, vegans. So some are vegans, some are vegetarians, and the likes. There's several of those types of diet restrictions or diet preference. But that's even about food. About other aspects of life as well. There are philosophers, there are atheists, we have Buddhists, we have Christians, we have Muslims, we have Ifa worshipper, Shango worshipper. Like, you have all sorts in the UK and abroad generally. So if you're that type of person that are very judgmental, so once you know that someone is, okay, for instance, I'm a Christian, so because someone is not a Christian, I'll be like, oh, I can't talk with the person. You will be stranded, you will be stuck. So please drop that kind of mentality back home. If you're moving abroad, drop all those baggages, all those judgmental baggages, drop them back home before you even get on your flight. Because when you come here, you meet all types of people, and you have to accept them as they are. You have to accept them as they are. So if you don't like mingling with people of different background, different race, different lifestyle, different value system, different beliefs, then please don't even come to the UK, because you would be forced to mingle, interact, work with those kind of people, and you have to accept them, you have to love them equally, because in the UK they believe so much in equality, diversity and inclusion. So you have to be aware of that before you even decide to move abroad, especially if you're coming to the UK. My next point, so if you're like aggressive, overly sensitive, or you're very reactive, this particular point, I don't know how to put it in words, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to explain it. So there are people that little things get them upset, like little things, like, so you're working with few people. Now let's not forget that, because we all are from different backgrounds, different religious beliefs. I mean, we have a lot of differences. So especially at the workplace, the way person A would react to a particular situation will be different from the way person B will react to a particular situation. Even amongst us as say, I'm Nigerian, so even amongst us as Nigerians, for instance, please pardon me because I keep saying Nigerian, it's because I'm Nigerian. So even amongst us as Nigerians, for instance, we have a lot of differences. We have a truckload of differences. So imagine now you're abroad, you have Nigerians, you have Ghanaians, you have Filipinos, you have Indians, you have Pakistanis. You really have people from all walks of life. So you have to just be calming down. You have to really, you have to yeah, that's the word, you have to be calming down, meaning that try not to be aggressive, try not to be overly sensitive to things. And if you're the type that just pick on little things, I know people like that, like little things upset them, they pick on little things. If you're that type of person, you feel frustrated when you move abroad, you feel dejected and rejected, because you feel like everyone is, and then that's when you start pulling the race card, like, oh, it's because I'm black, that's why they're maltreating you. Nobody's maltreating you, you're just picking on. And I'm so happy that I learned this particular thing when I came in newly, because I realized that they weren't being racist towards me. That's just who they are. And I happen to work with different people from different places, Filipinos, Indians, different people. So our cultural backgrounds too will play a lot of role in the way we interact with other people. It's the same way they would feel about you. So I have to tell myself, if you feel the same way about them, they probably feel the same way about you as well. So let's learn to be considerate of other people. So don't pick on the things other people to say to you, except they're like really racist. I don't know if you get the point. Don't be like too aggressive. And also in the way we talk as Africans, so let me be very specific, as a Nigerian, or as Nigerians, I know that we tend to raise our voice when we speak. I know that for sure, because I also do that. But it's something I had to learn now. So now when I'm talking with people, I intentionally, like, I have to tell myself, okay, just bring down your voice, okay? Bring down your voice. You're shouting, okay? You're shouting. And it's something I had to learn, like, because when I came newly, I would talk at the top of my voice, even when I'm talking with someone over the phone. I like to shout. I didn't know I was shouting anyways, but that's where I grew up. Like I grew up like that. Like it was normal back home. Like nobody even talk back home. In fact, I'm sure people would say I talk very very quietly, but here it sounded to people like I was always shouting. So I had to caution myself, like, Papa, you're shouting, okay? Papa, calm down, okay? So please, if you're like the very touchy type, you get easily provoked, you become so angry easily, please be calming down. So we have 2 more points to go. The next is, if you do not like DIY, then do not come abroad or don't even travel abroad. Guys, it is very real. DIY in the sense that if you can't, like, oh, your blouse got torn, say around the armpit, and you can't just bring out your needle and thread and just patch it. You're waiting for one auntie, I'm looking for one name, one auntie BC, you know, the tailor in your neighborhood. You're waiting for when you go and drop that blouse and give auntie BC to amend that blouse, when you can, you know, easily just do that at home. So if you're that type of person that you can't even assemble the furniture. Now this, I'm not trying to say, oh, I'm perfect. These are some of the things I also had to learn here. Like, you would order something hoping that, I remember when I came in, the first chair that I ordered, I was expecting the chair to come as a whole. It was just a chair, like a sitting chair, a reading chair, just for my reading desk and table. The chair was the first like furniture I would order in the UK. I was expecting the chair to come like a whole chair. The chair came in pieces. I saw the box, and the box, when it was delivered, the box was looking so compact. I was like, are you sure this is my chair? Because it was really looking compact. I was expecting something long. I opened it and oh my god. But the good thing is, in that box, they actually put everything I'll be needing to couple and assemble the chair. So I did not have to go and buy anything. The screws and everything I would need, the screwdriver and all those things, what do they call, you know, all those things, everything came with the tray in the box. So guys, I had to do all of that. That was the very first time I would have to assemble a chair in my life, not even in the UK. So if you don't like DIY, if you're like the spoiled person that, and I feel like this is partly due to the fact that back home labor is relatively cheap, or should I just say cheaper? Let me not say cheap, in the sense that you can just call that your regular carpenter. But I'm looking for a name now. But Atunji, Emabami assemble chair me, blah blah, meaning Brotunji. So Brotunji in this context is like your carpenter. Brotunji, please, I need you to assemble this furniture, and Brotunji will just come to your house, or Mr. Tunji will just come to your house and assemble the furniture. And then when you even ask Mr. Tunji, so how much is, give me the bill, how much should I pay? And Mr. Tunji will just be like, and so customer meaning FM 1,000 naira, meaning, oh, sister or you know, because you're my regular customer, just pay me 1,000 naira. That's, I'm just trying to create a scenario. So it doesn't happen here. If you call an handyman to come over and fix something for you, oh my god, something as small as just fixing maybe your door handle, handyman can tell you 200 pounds. You're like, what? Something that they probably fixed in like 5 minutes or even 2 minutes. They will, by the time they tell you your bill, you'll be so surprised. So if you don't like DIY, if you like, you know, the people that back home, they have people at their beck and call, people that somebody will carry their bag, somebody will carry their I know, you know what I mean, like you have a lot of maids, a lot of helps, a lot of nannies, blah blah blah. Please, you have to relearn and unlearn some things, because here, when you order most things, you would have to assemble them yourself. You would have to couple a lot of things yourself. And even when things get bad in the house, a lot of times you have to fix things yourself. So a lot of people have this toolbox at home so that they can easily fix things by themselves, because when you call an handyman, they give you one ridiculous bill. So that's one thing that you have to learn. Next, so if you're not open-minded, or if you're not open to learning new things, then please don't come abroad or don't come to the UK. And I can't overflog this particular topic, this particular point, because in the UK or life abroad generally, life abroad would force you to unlearn some things, or a lot of things, not even some things. Life abroad would force you to unlearn a lot of things. it will force you to now learn new things, and then you have to keep relearning a lot of things as well, from culture to diversity to a lot of things, Lastly, if you're coming abroad, if you're planning to move abroad, especially the UK, you have to learn to work hard. You really have to learn to work hard. There's really no other way around it. You have to work hard because people will not hand out money to you. People are not that generous. There are charities out there, but they rather refer you to those charities or refer you to social services. But you know the way it is back home, that you can actually knock on your neighbor's door and be like, mommy lagbaja, my children, they've not eaten for the last 1 month. I know that's not possible, but okay, let's say, oh, my children have not eaten for the last 24 hours and I don't have money. My husband has not been home. I'm doing all this by myself. Blah, blah, blah. By the time you cry and cry and cry, your neighbor would go inside, pack gari for you, pack beans for you, pack rice for you, pack everything, and even give you some cash. It won't happen here. Like I said, the things they give out are things that, how do I say, things that money can't buy. Like they can give you a hug. They can give you information, they can refer you, they refer, like maybe for a job, they do those kind of things. And for instances like this, they can refer you to social services or refer you to charities and all of that. So but when it comes to giving out money like we do back home, they don't do all of that here. So you have to get used to working hard and even harder. So if you're the lazy person, if you like sitting your lazy bum on the bed and then waiting for family, for friends to hand out money to you, it's not going to happen here. Because that friend that you're hoping, oh, when I get to the UK or when I get to America, my best friend is going to hand me some cash. She's not going to hand you some cash. She has her bills to pay, or he has his bills to pay, he has his rent to pay. So his salary is literally like planned out. Direct debits will just take out everything. Do you get? So please, if you're not the hardworking type, start to learn how to work hard, because that's the only way you can survive abroad. So I really hope that you've learned a lot of things, watching this video. I really hope so, because I really want you guys to learn all these things before you come abroad, or if you're new abroad as well, like very new. I really hope this will help you to navigate your way to settle in, properly, quickly, and appropriately. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you had subscribed, do well to subscribe, like, share, and just show me some love, okay? Show me some love. Click on the notification bell as well, so you'll be the first to know when I put up videos on my channel. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.